Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. I am the Shardy Guy, and welcome to our, I guess, cup race stream or cup race watch along reaction video. You know the drill. Um, yes, it is, of course, 4:22 in the morning in Australia. So, fuck, this could be a really long day, if I'm being honest. Um, Might quickly check volume levels to make sure that's fine. Just quick mic check. Yep, that is fine. So, yes, it is. It's Freddie Kostecki representing Australia, and Shane Van Gisbergen, of course, representing New Zealand, and 37 others competing in the uh, in today's cup race. I guess if you're wondering why, I'm definitely not going to be too loud because of the time. Because I mean, I've got neighbor probably about 300 meters away in there. Got one just across there. Got one across there. Do have one next door as well, but no one's living there at the moment. So, but I am still going to keeping at this tone as much as possible. Um, as I don't want to wake anybody up at this time of morning because I know, yeah, I know it won't be overly pleasant if um, you wake people up at such an early hour. Um, well, I guess whilst they are still in pre-race, I guess I'll quickly go through what um, how the stream layout will go. It obviously won't be too fancy, but unlike last time, because as you can tell, I'm in a different area this time. I'm in my second room, slash guest bedroom, slash study, slash music room, all that shit, slash content creating area, and all that jazz. And as you can see, a bit hard to tell, but I am representing the Supercars fellas today with the Supercars t-shirt. And of course, well, it's kind of fitting that there's soccer going on the stream at the moment. The got FIFA World Cup necklace. Whilst I don't really follow soccer as much as I used to, I guess as you are possibly aware, the FIFA World Cup is going on at the moment. Um, uh, far out. Sorry, I'm just updating something on Twitter. Uh, Um, so yeah, so unlike last time, the stream layout's a little bit different, or how I'm watching along. Yeah, so obviously a live stream or reactions coming off this computer, and the computer just here. We'll have the actual race going on. As I said, there's soccer going on the stream at the moment, so no doubt that will be fixed once the race starts. Yes, just before they do get into the race, I would quickly like to thank everybody who's watched the Kostecki versus SVG video. For whilst I knew there was some interest regarding the two before this weekend, or weekend in America, so obviously Monday morning in Australia, hey, and New Zealand as well. I guess I should never forget Kiwis. I, yeah, I knew there was some interest between the two, but this is just honestly blown my expectations out of the water. Guess I will quickly hop on over to another stream. So yeah, whilst it did take a little bit to get anywhere, it's fucking skyrocketed the past 24, 48 hours. It was around. Okay, I think they are doing the national anthem at the moment. So yeah, it's just absolutely been really surprising to see the past couple of days go from 20 views to like 60 in an hour, and then then like 100, 150, 180, and then I go to sleep, I wake up, and it's like 300 odd views. It's absolutely really, really, and you know, actually meant a bit to me because, well, I know admittedly it wasn't my best work. It's there were some bits where I wanted to do something with it, but I just couldn't. I just didn't quite have the time to get it done before I knew I had to get. So I knew I had to get the video up before the weekend because I knew once the weekend hit, that's when everybody would want to know about Brody Kostecki, Shane Van Gisbergen, and all that jazz. And I know also at the time, well, probably like not even a few hours after I posted the video, yeah, pretty much a few hours after I posted the video, Josh Revel, who's a New Zealand YouTuber, he also posted a video about Shane Van Gisbergen. Whether it kind of helped the video up, I don't know. I'm not really too fancy in that shit, so yeah, I can't exactly answer that question. But it might have just been a place, same place, right time. And like even this morning, when just before I had a quick look, I saw it in numbers because I obviously had to go in there to access the live stream since I'd already had the live stream set up. 1,100 views. Like, this wasn't fucking supposed to happen. Like, I expected like maybe 100 views, 150, 200 views tops. I did not expect there to be any more real views than that. Yeah, as I said, it wasn't quite my best work. There will definitely be some parts that I'd want to change if I had a bit more time on my hands, but yeah, admittedly in the end, timing was definitely not on my side, and I pretty much had to think, well, fuck it. It's either get the video out or it's not gonna get out in time. Yeah, 1,146 views at the moment. This is more than double what my previous best was. My previous best wasn't even on this channel, it's on my other one, which has 550 odd views, I think. So for this one to have, well, only 1,200 views, my previous best in here is the NASCAR 21 roster. That has 486 views. So, I mean, it's still a little bit behind the like count, and even on my McDowell video, that's got 17 likes, so that one's still the best. Yeah, for a video like this to have over 1,100 views, 11 likes, and it's not only that, I've also been engaging with people once the video is up, which is almost unheard of for me. I've never really had people comment on the videos. That, I reckon, is more of an accomplishment than anything else. So I appreciate everybody who's watched it. Thank you very much. I know it might slow up now. We'll have to see, I suppose, depending on how this weekend goes. Kostecki's getting pointed out on the TV, so probably because he's unfortunately got to start from the tail end of the field. So I guess we'll start talking about the NASCAR while they do their pre-race whatever. So as you can tell, I'm still waking up. So qualifying was, of course, yesterday. So SVG will be starting position 8. So it was a very, very good qualifying run from him to make it through to the second round of qualifying and to even end up position 8. So it'll be very interesting to see what he can do today. I reckon a top 10 is definitely feasible for him. And then, of course, Kostecki, on the other hand, he qualified 11th. Of course, he only just fell short of making it through the second round of qualifying. In fact, I think if he did make it through, he would have knocked out Shane, which would have been very, very interesting. But unfortunately, Brody crashed in qualifying, and has unfortunately had to go to a backup car, I think, for unapproved adjustments 1 to 2. So unfortunately, Brody will have to start from the tail end of the field. I reckon expectations for the two. I reckon Shane can definitely get a top 5. Brody, I reckon if he can get a top 10, that would be really, really awesome. Whilst it's possible, I don't think he will be able to cross the line. Well, yeah, to get a win from last place. I just realized my subscriber count's now up to 42. Of course, we all know that number was in the NASCAR news lately. All I'm going to say about the Noah Gragson situation is, well, I've always known or noticed that Noah Gragson is a very, very interactive person when it comes to liking content, liking people's things, sharing it, and all that. He even did it with myself last year. Sorry, had a bit of sleep in my eye. So I really should have. I knew I should have put some dot points or a script of some description, so I'd able to start actually have coherent thoughts when I'm saying things. Anyway, as I was saying, that Noah Gregson is a very, very interactive person when it comes to content. I myself noticed that last year when he did the lap sled standings. He not only liked it, he also shared it, and him doing that absolutely skyrocketed that post. It got like 700 odd likes, I think, in the end. Anyway, is JJ Yaley in the 51 this week, or is that Button? Why not? Button's in the 15, who's in the 51? Okay, good. Andy Lowry. Forgot about that. Because for a second I thought Yaley was in the 51, and I thought, hang on. I could have really had a really, really good joke in the video if I wanted to add it in. Or I'd say, yeah, they got to compete against the 2009 F1 World Champion, JJ, I mean Jenson Button. Still more pre-race. Well, they are out on track now. Byron also start from the rear and have to do a pass through penalty. I think that's for too many lots of issues in tech. Some people thinking that SVG is going to run away with it. He won't. Right. I reckon top 5 is definitely achievable. A victory I certainly would not go that far. Is international stream going to go back across? Oh, guess I'll start the race on the other streams and move across. I know SVG does have, speaking of SVG, just a flick over, he's not on TV. Oh, for fuck's sake. He doesn't have 79 wins, he has 80. Anyway, 4 wins this season. Did they at least get that bit accurate? I swear, SVG is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh dear. He's won 4 races this season, yes. Okay, now I'm a bit worried than a lot of it. I don't think it would be accurate to say that he had 79 or 80 wins. I guess it serves me right for doing Wikipedia instead of bloody let's see. Total. For those wondering, on the stream they're doing a track lap, which I think was SVG. Excuse me. One. I think I see what might be missed. Four, five. They're going green this time. As Daryl Waltrip would say, boogity boogity boogity, let's go racing, boys. It's a great start by Suarez. Maybe into turn one. Pretty wide. Someone's going wide. Sounds like it's a fairly clean turn one, so thankfully no turn one wrecking ball yet. Up to 20. So it's still just about to complete the first lap. Looks like it's going to be Suarez. Replay at the start. Oh, SVG, he went pretty wide. Fuck. What the hell are you doing, Shane? It's only lap one, not lap 81. You don't need to be going that aggressive early, but this shows he's not taking any prisoners. Really, definitely have been a shame if he did crash out in the first lap. Especially with the hype around him. Byron's just gone down pit road now. I'd say that is to do his penalty. So we will have to see how long it'll take him to come back through the field, if he can even do that. Ooh, on no, Kobayashi. Shane is currently P. Oh shit, Haley's in the wall. So Shane is currently P8. Kostecki, I don't know where he is yet because he of course had to start from tail end of the field. I will see where he is at the moment. Kostecki was 30. I think he's 35th at the moment. He might be a bit further up. I'll have to just see if that would be changed. Yeah, I know Shane's on boards on YouTube. Um, yeah, unfortunately, all my other devices are in use at the moment, so I can't use it. Um, yeah, I will say though, hopefully Shane's on board survives this race because he was, of course, had it at Chicago, but he lost the front camera about halfway through the race, so it was fairly interesting seeing them only really be able to use the rear camera and the onboard. That's about the only, well, yeah, that's about the only cameras they could use. They couldn't use anything else because, well, yeah, the front bumper was fucked, so I couldn't use that one. So they're now under caution for Justin Haley finding a wall. I really hope Kamui Kobayashi isn't done already because that would really suck. Since of course there was a fair bit of hype around him as well, former F1 driver coming over and being a part of the international contingent. It would really, really suck if his race is over well and truly before it began. Yeah, either top 15 or yeah, if he can finish top 10, that's probably the best we can expect out of him. Since yeah, of course, in qualifying he was around the top 10, and probably would have if he didn't crash out. So it'd be interesting to see where he can come through the field. I don't think we'll see him come up early on. He'll probably take it a little bit conservative. But then again, he is a Kostecki, and they are prone to be a bit aggressive at times. Um, so we'll have to see what they do. Um, yeah, I reckon top 15, top 10 is probably definitely achievable. As for Shane, I reckon he can definitely get a top 5. I don't think they'll win, but that's probably, if they can finish anywhere in there, I'll consider that a win. Alright, you did a really good job on that tie barrier. Kostecki is now 34th, but a few people did go down pit road, so that would be why he'd be momentarily a bit further up. You only watch the onboard. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Uh, I'll show you. I'll send you. I'll post a link of the website I'm watching it off. Um, where are we? That's great. I'll just use the other YouTube accounts. So I've got that one open already. So hold on a moment. I don't want waiting. Can YouTube? I get your old computer. You can act a little bit earlier than it, quicker than this. Yeah, because, well, yeah, I've only found this website a few weeks ago myself. Um, uh, I really got to change my fucking name. I'm sick of where every time I do this, it's the same shit. Um, so I will be posting a link in the chat, and yeah, if you want to join in, you can, or if you want to watch the, with me. There we go. It was just posted. Where the hell did it go? Hello? That is really stupid. Alright, hang on. All chat. Should have gone through. I don't know why it didn't. I didn't work there. Yeah, Kamui definitely did have a fair bit of hype around him, but yeah, unfortunately he's run into a bit of trouble at the start. So he's 37th at the moment. Kostecki is now 32nd. So oh shit! What up? There we go. We got the turn one. Wrecking Ball, Joy Logano. Thankfully, I don't think anybody else got affected in it, so that was lucky. But still, Spartas, McDowell, Reddick, Elliott, Larson, Bush as McDowell's going to make a move for the lead. Go get him, mate. Oh, oh. Here you go, Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell to the lead. Oh, now, bloody full screen replay. Okay, so this is Ghana. Okay. Ooh. Did he hit his teammate? Oh my god, he did. Oopsie. Joey Logano with his Arca break moments into turn one. Thankfully, seemed like nobody else got affected. And, where the hell is Kostecki now? Okay, Kostecki is now 30th. Yes, Brody Kostecki is P30 at the moment. He's got Harvick and Gibbs near him. It's Phil McDowell leading with Sliders and Reddick, and we got two of the Hendrickos, Elliott and Lawson. Ooh, Gibbs. Gibbs got spun out. Oh, that contact was Shane? I think it was. Whoops. Kostecki's now up to 29th. Gotten around. I don't know who he would have actually got around. He's now up to P29, so he's slowly coming through the field. I wish Gran Turismo had these track limits. I wish NASCAR Heat 5 had these fucking track limits. Or at least a not as bad track limits. Fuck me. I remember playing this game on Heat 5, and it is bad when it comes to track limits. Like, you could get punted off, and you barely go off the racing surface, and the game says, "Oh, yeah, you've shortcut the circuit, so we're going to slow you down." Like, no, well, yes, I did shortcut it. It wasn't my fault, especially when you do get taken off and you're trying to get back on the track. But no, game still says, "Fuck you." As Kostecki getting a little bit of screen time, like he's battling with Kozlowski there, and he's got Stenhausen behind, I think. He's then up the inside. Oh, wow, big dodge bomb. Kobayashi, that was not going to work, mate. Please do not cause international warfare, mate. Can't blame a man for trying, but still, no. Please, no. Yeah, sorry, Kamui, you kind of right behind me. Okay, well, yeah, Kostecki did have a pretty good late model career. He did win a few races, and and yeah, he also, of course, then did well, K&N. It was then now known as ARCA. Ooh, Bowman, Bunning, Van Gisbergen. Please do not. I really hope none of them get wrecked this early, please. Please no. I do not want to have to fucking get up at 4:30 in the morning. Well, it was actually earlier than that. I was up at 3:30. Just to see the two people actually want to watch the race or to fucking get taken out for no reason within the first 10 laps. Briscoe up the inside of Van Gisbergen. Van Gisbergen, no, can't quite do an over-under on. It'd be cool to see a cup guy do a supercars race, but I don't think yeah, probably not. Well, yes, it would be nice to see some cup guys come down. Trying to think who was the last NASCAR guy to come down. I know Boris said did did a couple of supercars races in 2007, I think. Paul Morris, I would say he'd be the last one. Don't. Nobody else rings a bell off the top of my head for anybody else who did. Obviously, outside of the Australian contingent or New Zealand contingent, can't really think of anybody else who's done with NASCAR and has now come down and did supercars. Unfortunately, now with this day and age, and with how congested the NASCAR schedule is, where they're racing pretty much every week, and with how big the chase is now, and the fact that you've got to do every single race now, you can't skip anything. Yeah, it definitely would be nice to see a NASCAR guy come down and return the favor, but unfortunately, I just don't see it happening. It sucks. Well, unless they are retired, of course. So, I mean, I know Josh Bilicki did put his hand up to do a supercar start, but I don't know if that was just a bit of the tongue-in-cheek response with all the it was good. Yeah, of course. Well, I've been following NASCAR for far out. I'd say 2012 when I started, so pretty much 11 years. So I've definitely seen everything transpire over the last little bit. Long-time American NASCAR fan, they can. Oh, oh, sorry. I just got a comment on the SVG and Kostecki video. I don't normally call people out on stream, but I'll say this anyway. It's kind of funny. I haven't watched the full race or anything. Yeah, until the past few weeks, I hadn't really watched the race either because it wasn't really um, because it wasn't really available after 2014, I think, possibly 2015, one of the two, when it was taken off free-to-air TV in Australia, which really sucked. I mean, I guess it was kind of expected. With Ambrose not really being there anymore, which probably put the final nail in the coffin. And it was probably the only reason it was on free-to-air in the first place. So, gotta take it and get it, I guess. Since then, quite often I was just listening to them through the NASCAR app on MRN radio. Yeah, it's definitely, and it was in the last few weeks where I've actually been able to watch NASCAR again. I mean, the first race I watched was the All-Star race, which was the first race I'd watched since, say, 2016. Because I remember when I was walking up the street one day, I just happened to look in the TV at a local pub, and it was showing the NASCAR race at Richmond, which I believe that was the last time I'd actually physically watched any NASCAR. Obviously, outside of highlight packages online, but a lot of the time I don't really watch it. I don't really end up watching it because half the time the results are fucking spoiled, which sucks. Because not everybody has the luxury of being able to get up at fucking 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning to watch it. I believe Hey Deegan has talent to race Cup, maybe Xfinity. Uh, I I'm not normally one to judge a driver because I'd clearly do them 100 times better than I ever would, to be honest. Uh, no, her Xfinity start was definitely better than expectations last year. So I can definitely see her going up to Xfinity eventually, and hopefully, and then it'll definitely be that time where it's pretty much make or break. You're either going to do well and you're going to get a chance for a cup start, or you're going to do shit and your career is basically dead. And Ford would no doubt cut her off. Okay, SVG is still in the top 10, so as the first stage is about to end. Looks like SVG will steal the stage point, or even 11 Truex at the moment. So, oh, shit happens, I suppose. Okay, as Blaney's going down pit road, I'd say some people are going to just pit for the sake of it, and some people are going to wait until after the stage ends and then pit. Thank fuck they don't have stage areas on road courses, because otherwise you'd be here all week waiting for him to fucking go back around. So Kostecki, he is up to 24, so he's slowly creeping up through the field, which is a little bit surprising. As I said, I would have thought he would be a little bit conservative early on, especially since he's starting up the back, so can't really expect too much out of him. Yeah, whilst I haven't really watched anything off him, he's definitely kept his nose clean, which is, as I said, a little bit unexpected about Kostecki, but I can see. I did say that he was going to be a bit conservative early on and probably not really make too much of an impression until the later stages of the race, since yeah, there's a long way to go, and no doubt there's going to be some chaos later on. So yeah, I wish it was split screen with both of them. Yeah, it definitely did suck. Definitely does suck. If you are on a computer, you can, if you hop on NASCAR Online, you have access to the cameras there, and you'd be able to watch them both. But there is a bit of a delay from the live feed to the cameras, which I have noticed, which also did affect when I did the what's it called, the Chicago watch along. Yeah, they got PS5 in front of it. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, everyone's really fortunate to have these type of devices. So I have just switched on to Kostecki's camera on my phone. Just to be honest, I did actually vote for Kostecki for the race's live camera, because I knew that he would probably be the most interesting out of the four options. Is, well, Button, he's unfortunately going to be up the back all day. And I believe that's where he still is at the moment. Yeah, he's Jensen's 38 at the moment, so he's been nowhere thus far, which is a bit of a bummer for him. I presume he's got some form of an issue, otherwise, why the fuck he that far back? Okay, yeah, Kostecki is having his pit stop right now. and out he goes. Probably first, first pit stop of the day. We'll keep an eye out to see what he come back out now. He's come out. I think that might be the 4 or the 14 he's behind, so he'd still be in the top 30. Okay, apparently he's 26 on the timing. Was it a Ferrari or a Red Bull pit stop? Didn't quite see, as it was off the onboard and off a little bit off TV. It did seem pretty standard. Didn't look like they had any issues, so I wouldn't say it was a Ferrari stop, and it probably wasn't a Lightning's pit stop either, as I'd imagine. Actually, no, a lot of these guys will probably be off their Xfinity squad. So I wouldn't exactly say they're Lightning either. Probably just an old pit stop, I'd say. Probably where I'd be. We're supposed to get up at 7, chucking a SVG. Yeah, yeah, I was thankful. Well, yeah, I just put myself down as unavailable. Benefits of being a casual, you can just say, "No, I'm unavailable," and they can't do shit. So yeah, I was a little bit worried that I was gonna have work on the later stages later today, because I did agree to do a few Mondays and Fridays, and I was thinking, oh god. And of course, this was before I even found out that Kostecki and Van Gisbergen were both racing here. And kind of when I was thinking, I thought, oh shit, don't tell me I've said, oh yeah, I'll work. And then, oh great. So you have to get up at 4 to do, or get the watch along sorted. And then once the watch along is ready, you then gotta you then got work in the afternoon, where you'll be off fuck all sleep. Thankfully, it didn't. Mondays didn't start this week. That was next week. So I definitely dodged a bit of a bullet there. Otherwise, I'm not sure if I would have been able to do this watch along after all. New sim wheel. Yeah, well, I don't race with sim wheels, so I can't exactly answer that. Actually, I'll pop that chat. That. Let's not go. Ooh, Squatters nearly rear-ended McDowell in the pits. That would have been interesting. Would have definitely been interesting if the two leaders took themselves out. And Van Gisbergen now second, but I don't think he's done his pit stop yet, so that would be why he's that far up the field. Kostecki is now 32nd currently. I'll have to see whether that will change as the race progresses. Mm, Ah, hey. You definitely want to hope you get any money's worth for that amount of money. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, okay, there we go. Airshifts roughing out with people. Yeah, it's yeah. I've never been a person to really understand why people spend a lot of money on. Well, yes, I know a lot of people see sim racing, all that stuff, as yeah, real job competitiveness and all that jazz. But for me, I'll never understand why people spend a shitload of money on yeah, just a simulator rig. 'Cause you need a lot more than just a decent yeah. And then you come around 300 wheel and do the same lap time exactly. And heck, there are people who even do less of a setup and do the same thing. Like I remember, can't remember who it was, but there's some people who just used to do iRacing off bloody controllers and do really well. So yeah, consistency. Yeah, that's definitely where all the big money is, as they say. Because well, you whilst you would like to, uh, yeah, whilst you can click over one lap doesn't decide a race. Well, or more often than not, you pretty consistent all the way through. Otherwise, you're going to be going from okay, I'm doing really well, I'm doing really, really well, da 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 da, to oh shit, I'm now 10 mile back in the field. Okay, so Suarez has now gotten ahead of McDowell. I'd say Suarez is now the effective leader of the race. Fair enough, fair enough. But heck, I'm no financial advisor. I'm not going to judge people how they do and don't spend their money. You spend it how the hell you want to spend it. Um, fire, far out. That's that. This is, alright, there we go. Then get Bengals now in the pits. I knew it wouldn't have been much longer before he was in the pit. Left side seemed to be done well. On the right, 24th, I think, in Adelaide, there were 23. What do you think? I would say it was done well, from what I could say. Second in 29, into the order of the Kostecki cycling on through. Uh, Shane, when the screen third, I don't think that would be accurate. I'd say it had, yeah, it hadn't been up there yet. Yeah, there we go. He's dropping back now. I'll probably have to tell you until it's been updated. Yeah, looks like he's 21st on the road, but obviously that will change as there's a few more cars that have to fit, so he'd gain positions from there. And Kostecki is okay, please. There we go. Then Gisbergen is 21st, Kostecki is 28th. As I said, there's still a few more cars to fit, so that'll change. Two, three, four. So I've got 6 cars to fit. So I'd say, yeah, SVG Shane will be around 15th on the road. To see is yeah, a couple of cars just gone down to there this time, I think. That'll be a couple of freebies for him. And I've likely got the commentary on, at least out of here, if anything that happens. Shane is back in the top 20 now. He's and Kostecki is 27. Now still kind of in the middle of nowhere at the moment. So I'll still say that Shane will cycle back. Oh, that'll feel effective lead. Why did Kostecki start so far back? He qualified 11th. Unfortunately, he crashed in qualifying, and I don't know if he had to drop to rear because of an unapproved adjustment or uh, okay. So because he crashed, they had to use their backup car, and yeah, unfortunately in NASCAR you're not allowed to use. Well, yeah, if you want to use your backup car, you have to start. You have to forfeit your starting spot, start from the rear of the field. Um, so, yeah, that's why Kostecki started at the back of the field, which yeah makes sense. You don't want uh, any random person to do anything. Uh, yeah, get a friends making your car and use that to whoop everyone's ass. Yeah, that's why Kostecki started at the back of the field instead of the 11th place starting spot. Awesome, trying out his 2022 technique of trying to bowl people over in turn one. Thankfully, nobody was there this time for him to take out. Looks like it's going to be a three-car battle between the 99, 34, and the 9 for the win. It's going to be rather interesting, I reckon. Just checking out on the top 25. Obviously, the last few cars are doing their pit stop. SVG still 19. Looks like he's got a little bit of time to catch up on the car ahead of him, who is Austin Cindric in the two. Still pretty much knows itself for the lead between Slidos, McDowell, and Elliott. And of course, they're not the effective leader at the moment. That is Denny Hamlin and Brad Keselowski. And Brad Keselowski fitted under the Haley caution. What did Hamlin pit? Hamlin has not pit at all yet. So I'll search. Surely he's not that far off having the pit. like Kostecki is why is their flat tire so bad for a driver? Because tires are not supposed to be flat. Duh. What a stupid bloody question. Oh, Allmendinger with the spin. Doing smoke signals. Oh, will this be yellow? Alright, there we go. Shane now into the top 15 after the 16's little smoke signal procession. Ooh, contact with Blaney. Whoopsie. Oh, and that was just in front of Shane as well. So that was certainly a bit lucky. Yeah, thanks for that little incident there between the 12 and 16. Shane is now in the top 15, and Kostecki is now 24. Shane does still have a little bit of time to catch up on Ty Dillon, who's now the 14th place car. And then Kostecki, looks like he's pretty much just behind uh, Byron and Almirola. Kamui is 30th at the moment. Um, uh, Definitely been a long day thus far for Kamui, considering all the expectations that he had before this weekend. That's definitely been a bit of a shame, but of course he did have that little bit of damage earlier on, so whether that's affected the car at all, we'll have to see. Yeah, well, the hype up was warranted. I mean, you can't be a slouch and get a podium in F1. And it was with Sauber too, who weren't best at the time. And then, I mean, pretty sure he's won Le Mans, which is, yeah, you can't be a slouch to win Le Mans. You gotta be your best to win that. So, yeah, the hype was warranted, but unfortunately, thus far, it hasn't been the best for, for Kamui. will take Shane's seat at Red Bull. It's pretty much all but confirmed that if Shane left, it will be Will Brown will take the seat, who currently drives for Erebus. The news was basically released a few days ago when Erebus agreed to release Will from his contract to go join Red Bull next year. Yeah, so it's pretty much all but confirmed. It'll be Will Brown who'll take the seat. I know Shane would say that he is potentially coming back to do enduros. I doubt that will happen, especially if he does go full time. But heck, it's Shane. He could probably do anything he bloody wants. But yeah, I know it was leaning towards Richie Stanaway was probably going to take the spot, but yeah, obviously they've seen greater value in Will Brown, and obviously a deal has been made for him to be released by Erebus to join them. And of course, Red Bull have denied it and said, "Oh no, Shane's on the contract, so we're keeping him next season." Yeah. Oh, major car park for the lead. Here comes McDowell to take the next second. Michael McDowell, the effective lead. There you go, Mikey. Oh, Elliot, free wide inside. We get them both. Mm, there we go. Chase Elliott up to second. He'll take the Erebus seat. That is a good question. Erebus for the Enduros. There's normally who ever. Okay, Perkins and Russell will know. Ah, I, I, this might not be. This might not end up happening. This is possibly who I think might take the seat. Uh, Jordan Boys, who competes in this. Well, who did a few Super Two seasons. The reason I say that is because Erebus is aligned with Super 2 team called Image Racing, and because they have a close relationship, and Jordan is, I believe he's still under Erebus contract. He might have been released this season, but um, and yeah, he's of course still got a close relationship with Image Racing owner Terry Whitehoon, who's got a relationship with Erebus. So I might be a good shot for Jordan Boyce to take the seat. Um, don't really see anybody else being possibly in contention. But then again, I don't know who's. I know I did read who's not on the contract after the season, but it's all battled over my head at the moment. So yeah, I have no idea who will take the seat, but I reckon Jordan Boyce might be the one to get the nod. Anyway, out in front, it looks like, oh, yes, Miguel, Elliott, and Suarez to the top three. Kyle Busch is still fourth at the moment. Tyler Reddick still in fifth. Bowman, Briscoe, Elliott, Truex, and Bell are at top 10. Ooh, yep, there he is. SVG and it's 17. That is Chris Buescher. Here we go. In turn one. No, not quite close enough. It's not move. Back both of them are in the top 20 at the moment. James and Clark. Um, 20th. I know he said Kurt, but that's his cousin. From Kostecki. There's too many of them. Too many of them and too early to fucking think. Brady's pretty much right behind the 24 of William Byron. So he's definitely learning. Definitely learning off some pretty experienced people out there. True. Could use the bumper, but it's probably a little bit too early to be playing that card. Next time by, we'll be halfway through the race. Yep, Shane is now P11, and Brady is still P20. Oh, wait, nice. Okay, yeah, well, I did say that the top 10 for Shane is definitely achievable, especially how he started. I did push it and say possibly top 5 as well. I think that's probably out of the equation now, but I remember he wasn't really in contention until pretty late in Chicago, so you never know. Might happen up ahead of him, and you never know where it can end up. Becky's still stuck behind the fucking 24, so I would not be surprised if Brody will do an early pit stop to try and get an undercut on Byron, and he's yeah, okay, he's just behind Byron and Chastain as well. So he's definitely around some pretty experienced guys. Yeah, not quite. Brady. Definitely does seem like unfortunately for Jensen Button. Which Kyle there? Are you referring to Kyle Busch or Kyle Lawson? They're both in the top. Okay, Kyle Busch, who is currently fourth, but he has just reported a potential engine issue. So we keep obviously we keep an eye on him. Currently, it's a valve spring issue. Kyle Busch might not have a lot of power under him, which might put him out of contention, which might, depending on what the issue is, it might determine all. What's the same race on him? Fair enough, fair enough. Down 40 laps to go. So the pit stops are coming up very, very shortly. Looks like it's still a three-car battle for the win. Got Elliott, Joe, and Cow, who's the leader. Lotto is still communicating, making 22. And yeah, so we've got Bush in fourth, but obviously he's got a question mark at the moment with his potential engine problem as Kostecki tried to make a move up the inside of Byron, but just cannot get the job done. Oh, right. Get it done now. Not quite. Come on, Birdie. There you go, inside. Come on. Yay. Birdie got in. Birdie should now be 19th. Oh, my style's gotten back around on him. Yep, there we go. Shane's just gotten past 12. So Shane is now in the top 10. And he's got Larson just ahead of him. And here comes Shane. Excuse me. Yeah, here comes Shane. He's now in the top 10. He's got Larson and Truex just ahead of him. Larson, I'd say, probably won't put up much of a fight. He's still got potential flat tyre or a flat spot in the tyre from now he'll lock up, so I doubt Kyle will put up too much of a fight. And yeah, Kostecki is now 19th. Shane trying to make a move on Larson. Not quite. Kyle did go a little bit loose out of the corner. That might open the door. There we go. Inside. A little bit of contact. A little bit of beating and banging. And unlike supercars, that is entirely legal. So Shane Van Gisbergen is now P9. Yeah, it's been pretty good racing all along. And, as I said, uh, yeah, Kyle's got a bit of a flat spot on his tyre after earlier lock-up, so he's just conserving his tyres until their pit stop to make it to the end. That should now put. Oh, okay, got a contact between the 7 and 78. The 7, Josh Wilkie spinning. Okay, so apparently at one stage it was actually touch and go for whether Shane was going to be able to race due to safety upgrades in the car having to be done. Yeah, good thing we did get it done, and he's definitely still giving them hell. And his next target is Truex. Yeah, Kyle Busch is dropping like a stone, so I got a feeling he he's just gonna try and coast the car as much as possible. And Suarez tries to make a move on Elliott for second, can't quite get far enough. Suarez trying to get a bit of draft off him, try and get up the inside, doesn't quite work. Moves Suarez inside, not quite. Almost contact between the two. Ooh, that's rough up from Elliott. Suarez trying to get around him. He can't quite get it done. Yep, bumper if you've seen used. Ooh, wow. That is, hmm. So Suarez is now up to second, but definitely used a fair bit of front bumper there. Not too surprised if before this race is over, Chase Elliott comes to get his revenge on Mr. Suarez. So we'll keep an eye out on that one. Some of the field is now heading down pit road. Kostecki is actually in the pits as I'll tell you what had just come out of the pits. And in comes leader Michael McDowell and Dennis Suarez and Chase Elliott. So this is going to be the money stop. Pit stop to make. Well, that will make or break the race, I suppose. Let's see. I don't think Shane's made his stop yet. So he has just gone up to fifth, but obviously he's still got to make his pit stop. So until that happens, can't quite tell you where he is. Kostecki is 20th currently, I believe. I don't know. Oh, wrong stop for Suarez. That's gonna be costly. I guess that. I guess that's karma. The breaking contact with Elliott just before. So you know what they say. Karma's a bitch. Oh, we got dropped on the wrench on the rattle gun. That uh, that's amateur hour, fellas. Okay, Shane is now currently leading. So stop the race now. We can stop the race now. I reckon. Just red flag it. Just go home. We're done. Shane wins. Oh, well, just as long as his pit stop goes bad in his team, mate. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, from what I saw, it did look like his pit stop went bad in his teammates. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, I believe McDowell will be the effective race leader, as Christopher Bell now goes into the pits, who was a leader. So I'd say it's maybe the 23 in the lead, possibly, or maybe the 34. As the 99 team going over what went wrong with their pit stop. Oh god, Kobayashi in the top 10 at the moment. Where the hell did that come from? I'd say he's still got to stop. Yeah, Kamui's still got to stop, so that's why he's pretty high up in the field at the moment. 30, 30 laps to go with 82. So still definitely a long way to go. It'll be good to make it to the end, but yeah, anything can happen. As Shane is already hunting Christopher Bell, who just came out of the pits. So hopefully Shane can get around him before the tyres warm up. As Hull Wallace now heads in the pits, so that will then give Bubba Wallace, the effect. Not Bubba Wallace, Michael McDowell, the lead back. Did Shane go a slow pit stop? Didn't look like it was a slow one to me. Okay, maybe something did go wrong, but I didn't see it. But it wasn't anything from what I saw anyway. Yeah, well, it wasn't going to take long for Shane to start coming through the field. Yeah, Kostecki stuck behind the fucking 24 again. That definitely stuck to him. Kostecki was just outside the top 20. He's 21st. Uh, Fortunately, I'd say he's going to get back in the top 20 because he's going to get around Kobayashi. He's still got hit. Um, that's, yeah, I'd say he's probably not going to get much further up. Yeah, there we go. Kostecki is now back in the top 20, I'd say. Kamui has just gone in the pits. Yeah, okay, a couple of IndyCar cameos. I think Colton Herta would need more than practice just to fucking get through a Daytona 500, to be honest. Yep, Kyle and Kyle show. Larson and Bush side by side. Yeah, that 8. That 8 is getting worse. Oh, Button and Stenhouse making contact, I think. Ooh, not too sure about that one. Yeah, Kyle. Kyle's not fighting. He's got an engine problem, so he's just going to be coasting to the end and just hoping his car doesn't blow up in the process. Yeah, he's running. Oh, and now another lockup from Kyle. Yeah, no surprise, Kyle in the pits. Ooh, yeah, that was a big lockup. Unfortunately, this race has just gotten from bad to worse for Kyle Busch. He's gone from almost being a very outside chance at winning the whole thing to yeah, then having the engine failure, well, engine issue that uh, knocked him voluntarily out of race contention. Now that's almost going to almost certainly ruin any possibility he had of a good finish, which really sucks. I guess the only positive out of all this is Brody has a chance at being the highest finishing RCR car. He's just got to pass. Where's Austin going at the moment? He is 16. Yeah, so Brody is okay. Brody's still a fair bit behind Austin Dillon, so I don't think he's going to get to him. Uh, yeah, looks like unfortunately Paul Brody's stuck in no man's land again. He is uh, he's 19th on the road after Kyle's had his problem. He's about 2.5 seconds behind Myron in 18th, and he's pretty much 2 seconds ahead of Wallace in 20th. Oh, and Gilliland's spun. No, he was behind. Anyway, ooh, okay, looks like F38 made contact with someone and he spun out. Ooh, gray on pit road. Nah, surely that won't bring out a yellow. What did happen to 38? At least get a fucking replay. Guess not. Need the leaders to start fighting. Well, he needs more than that. He's 22 seconds behind. So he's going to need a yellow to be in any form of contention for the win. We got pretty much a three-way battle. Well, it was a three-way battle for the win. I reckon perhaps now, unfortunately, a two-way battle without the yellow between Mateo and Elliott. And then, yes, fairway back to Suarez and Reddick. And then even further back to another group. And then, unfortunately, Shane is in 12th at the moment. It kind of in a battle pack with Truex, Lawson, and Bell and Busher as well, who's just behind him. So they're definitely not going to make it easy for him to get in the top 10. Ooh, so that's what happened to Gill and Shane inside it. Oh, wait, no, it's Busher he's battling with. No, well, Logano is a lap car. He's a lap down, so that's not the position. Oh, that's no good. If the stream is starting to lag, might be because of the high amount of people using it. Yeah, I can only 5.8 thousand people to know what. I just look at that. He is battling the 41. That's the position. Yeah, the 41 is not position either. And get the fuck out of the way, mate. Come on, Shane, get that last off, get in the top 10. I don't know, that's the lap car as well. Oh wait, no, it's not. Shane's in the top 10. Yes. Another 3 positions for Shane. He's now in the top 10. Yeah, well, he's just got in the top 10 again. With one of the cars ahead of him pitting. And Kostecki now up to 17th. Yeah, they definitely need one. Uh, Whether they'll get one's a whole nother story. There's Mikhail's put Kyle Busch down a lap. Ooh, more contact between the 15 and 47. Oh, all right. I would say that 15 and 47 battle is not done yet. And what a coincidence. The Button and Kobayashi are pretty much a nose to toe to each other in 27 and 28. Oh, yep. Oh no, oh, really? Really, Ricky? Ricky just fucking wrecked Kamui. Really? Really, mate? It was Jensen you're pissed off at, but you end up fucking wrecking Kamui. You've done nothing wrong. I've got 15 laps to go. Is still McDowell, Elliott, Suarez, Reddick, Bowman, Briscoe, Truex, Larson, Hill, or Bell rather, not Hill. And then we got Shane in position 10. Brody is in 17th currently. Yeah, he was closing in. Oh, Brody's actually in the pits. Okay, that's unexpected. Brody Kostecki's actually gone down pit road. I don't know if he's gonna want to hope for a late caution to start through the field. But I'm a little bit perplexed by that. Unfortunately, that's now going to obviously put Brody back down the field. Kostecki is still dropping through the field. Looks like he's back 28 on the road. Oh, he's at the inside of Sandrick. And there we go. Gives around Sandrick. I do admit I am a little bit perplexed on why they pitted Brody, as it did seem like, even on timing, it looked like he was closing in to those ahead of him. But yeah, for whatever reason, he's now come down pit road. I guess we're trying to make his way back through the fields. I think that's Ty Dillon he is up the inside of. Mm, McDowell still navigating that traffic. And he's about to put Paul Kamui down the lap. Uh, Looking at the gap, since Brody is on fresh tyres, I reckon he. Uh, SVG still trying to battle, get around, uh, get around the 20. I'd say Brody will be able to get Kevin Harvick, who's the next car ahead of him. So without a yellow, I don't see him. Unfortunately, don't see him getting any further up. At least SVG is still holding on to that 10th place spot. Ready got the inside of Suarez for third. Not quite. Kostecki is now 23rd. He has gotten around Harvick. Unfortunately, unless it's a yellow, I don't see him getting any higher. Which, all things considered, I would say that's a fair bit disappointing. I I thought he would be at least a top 15. It, maybe just I'm definitely not going to make any excuses for him. Um, ooh, bit of contact between the 42 and 51. Oh, who's going on? Caution, 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 caution. 16. Damn it. He came back out. Uh, yeah, Kostecki is 10 seconds behind the next car ahead of him, who is Harrison Burton. Yeah, it's not just the drivers who would love to see a caution. I think we all would. Only 3 laps to go at the line. It seems like this race is probably going to stay as is. See if Shane can do dive bomb on Christopher Bell, who he's just behind. 3 laps to go. Next time by will be the white flag. It looks like McDowell might have this race won, which if he does win, gotta give it what credit is due. He's did very, very well. And good to see. It'd be good to see an underdog driver win a race. whilst it definitely hasn't quite been the most exciting race, although the 9 is closing. Yep, white flag is out. Last lap. Now let's see whether Elliott will be able to steal the win and break everyone apart. We've gone through the chicane section. Yeah, it looks like Eric Amarola might have had an issue because Kostecki's gotten around him. Only a few more corners to go. Last corner. And Michael McDowell is going to win the Indy Road Course. Wow. That definitely wasn't a name I expected to come up to win. Okay, so yeah, Eric Amarola had an issue right at the end of the race. And Michael McDowell wins the Indy Road Course. And Shane Van Gisbergen is across the line 10th. And it looks like Brody is finished 22nd on debut. Definitely wasn't the most interesting run for um, Brody. Certainly not as good as it could have been. I'll be honest, I did expect a little bit more out of him. But I guess since he was in the backup car, um, it wouldn't have been the best for him. Um, and Eric Almirola is actually still on last, right on the line. Okay, so Brody did pass McDowell, but just missed. And there we go, Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell is your winner, and fuck yeah, certainly one hell of a smoke spectacle. This will, of course, be Michael's second career victory. The other one being the 2021 Daytona 500. So, well, yeah, Eric Amaral had something go wrong with his car right at the end, and it's actually finished last. So here's the finishing order, or at least the unofficial race results. Got Mark McDowell, Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez, Daniel Reddick, Alex Bowman, Chase Briscoe, Martin Truex, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and Shane Van Gisbergen finished position 10. So a very, very good run for Shane. Definitely kept his nose clean again, just like he did in trucks. And yeah, got 2 for 2 in top 10s, which was about where I said he was going to be. So consider that a bit of a win. And we got Christopher Bell, not Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher, Ty Gibbs, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon, Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, Denny Hamlin, Brett Keselowski ran out of the top 20, and then Harrison Burton, P21, Brody finished P22, and then Kevin Harvick was 23rd, last car on a lead lap. Mike Rockenfeller, 24th. Ricky Stenhouse, P25. AJ Allmendinger, 26th. After his little off-road excursions. Ty Dillon, 27th. Jenson Button, 28th. Corey LaJoy, 29th. Andy Lally, P30. And we've got Ryan Preece, Josh Balicki, Kamui Kobayashi, who just had a race to forget. I feel bad for him. That was absolutely shocking. P33 out of him. And Joe Logano, who of course had his little spin early. And then Eric Jones, 35th. And then Kyle Busch, who had his engine issues. 37th was Todd Gilliland, who had his crash earlier. And then Justin Haley, who also had a crash earlier, 38th. And then last but not least, Eric Almirola, who I just said seemingly had something go wrong right at the end. So unfortunately, he finishes last out of these 39 finishes. Kostecki, 22nd. Overall, it was very, very well done by the two of them. They both kept their nose clean. James definitely having a fair few hard battles throughout the field. Um, yeah, there isn't really much else for me to say. I say I'm probably going to go straight back to bed, as it's just past 7 o'clock in Australia. And I guess the greatest gift of all for Michael McDowell is that he avoided the dreaded Darren Gilliam jinx. That's the word, not glitch. Yeah, I can still barely think right now. Um, yeah, it's definitely a very, very popular win for Michael McDowell to win. He's seemed kind of fitting that he be the victor when, well, the Michael McDowell video was debatably, at least with the Kostecki SVG one, my most popular video. Um, so it's definitely fitting for Michael McDowell to win. Definitely cool to see. It's definitely nothing like his first win, where it's caused a fair bit of controversy around the victory. The fact that he had contact with Logano and Kozlowski, and that got him in. So he is now 12th in the playoff standings. Well, 12th of the 13 winners. One behind him is, of course, Ricky Stenhouse, who really didn't make much friends on the international side, that's for sure. He pissed off Jenson Button, and then he pissed off Kamui Kobayashi. So, fair to say, Ricky really is not helping international relations that much. And of course, they're fucking going to interview Chase Elliott. I guess I'll keep around to see if they interview Shane at all. See whether he, whether he gets an interview or not. Um, yeah, I guess to a certain extent it was quite anticlimactic, but it was definitely different to see the race go so long without a yellow. The only yellow was, of course, when Justin Haley found the wall on lap 2. Outside of that, there wasn't any issues. So, well, anything to bring out a caution, of course, said Gilliland crashing. No, that's Suarez interviewing. And then Allmendinger having his gravel expedition, and then of course incidents between Stenhouse, Button, and Kobayashi. And then later there was one between Rockefeller and Lally. Uh, yeah, I'll give credit where credit is due. The New Zealanders did get one over the Aussies. I didn't really think Brody was going to outrun Shane, especially with the and of course having staff in the back with the backup car. Definitely tell it wasn't going to be his race, and he was definitely going to be on the back foot for if he was going to try and outrun Shane, which clearly absolutely was not going to happen. Sorry about that, Dale Jr., but I wouldn't exactly go as far as to say that a Michael McDowell win was the Michael McDowell win I would not call a so they would not call a Michael McDowell win a shock win, especially on the road course. Oh shit, that's already. That's what Colorado looks like? I did not think Colorado looked like that. Yeah, so of course, Watkins Glen coming up next week. Obviously, the supercar guys will be back in Australia competing at the Bend, or Tailem Bend in South Australia. And then, which will of course be the last round before the Endurance Cup kicks in at Sandown, which, in case you missed, I'll be attending the Sandown 500. I'll be attending the Saturday and the Sunday. I fell asleep. Oh, yeah, you're fine. Uh, okay, doesn't look like they're going to interview Shane or Brody. Um, so yeah, on that note, I might as well uh, wrap this stream up. Uh, yeah, as I was saying, I will be in attendance for the Sandow 500, so it'll be the first Supercars race I attended. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But until then, I've been Adrian Gale, Shady Guy. Thank you for those who watched. Thank you again for everybody who's watched the original YouTube video. Thank you all for watching. I'm not sure when I'll do a live stream next. Probably not again this year, unless something else happens and heaven forbid they end up fucking back over there, which I doubt. Yeah, until then, thank you all for watching. Catch you all around.